This is Le Creuset Enameled cookware. And this is also Le Creuset Enameled cookware. These two, one made with cast iron, the other made with stone, share some similarities. But they also have some unique differences. Today I'm going to share with you all the details so you know which one of these is best for you and your kitchen. Hello and welcome to I Want to Cook. My name is Chef Matt and this channel is all about helping you be a better cook. And yes, today we are talking about Le Creuset. Now, first of all, this video is not sponsored by Le Creuset or anything like that. I just enjoy using their products and I buy all of this with my own money. Now, as a very brief background, Le Creuset is a famous French cookware company. They date back to a century, and they are most well known for their enameled cast iron pieces. But like I say, they also make some beautiful stoneware, and they also make, little ramekins like this, and even some plates and other types of kitchen gear. Isn't this stuff all beautiful? Also, I will try not to botch the pronunciation of its name. Yes, it is Le Creuset, not Le Creuset, despite the way it's spelled. Now, when comparing the enameled cast iron and the enameled stoneware, let's begin with their similarities. Now, first of all, they are in fact both enameled, and that means they have this nice, strong, non-porous glaze. It's not quite non-stick, but I'll call it, well, not so much stick. It's also quite easy to clean up. Just a soak in some hot soapy water and, a nice scrub with a sponge or a nylon brush usually cleans this right up. And both of these are also offered in a wide range of pretty colors. This is kind of Le Creuset's claim to fame back when they were inventing this stuff, is they made their cookware colorful, and to this day it is just beautiful. You'll see this stuff on wedding registries and in kitchens around the world. This is like a nice bluish teal color, but it is available in a wide range of colors, some of them limited, and the stuff is just really, really beautiful. Another similarity of these two is that they are both safe in the oven and for broiler use. So that means you can bake and roast in them, and then you can make a gratin under a broiler. Now let's talk about the traits of the Le Creuset enameled cast iron. And by the way, if you're wondering about the differences between enameled cast iron and standard cast iron, I did a whole video on that, and I'll link to that in the description below. But first and foremost, the big benefit of this type of cookware is that, well, you can use it on the stove, under a flame, with an induction burner, anything like that, but this is range safe. That's what it's designed for. And what's great about that is that means you can sear something in it, you can, cook some soup, do whatever you would on the stove, and since it's oven safe, you can put it right into the oven. Now, Le Creuset says that this is oven safe to any temperature. So high heat ovens, that should be okay for this. But do know that if your pot has a lid, some of those are safe to only 390 degrees, others are safe to 500 degrees. So be sure to read the label on whatever cookware you get if it does have a knob. Another great thing about the Le Creuset enameled cast iron is that it is available in a wide range of sizes, different types of pots, different types of pans. This is a little skillet, and this is a little soup pot. And what's great about this, I actually got this as a set, and as you can see, this pan also acts as the lid. So I think this is called like the multi-purpose pan or something. And last I checked, it is still available. I got this many years ago, and it's just a really, really versatile little pot. Another thing that distinguishes the Le Creuset enameled cast iron is that it is made in France. So that's, again, this is a French cookware. French cookware kind of has a nice provenance to it, and this enameled cast iron is still made in France by Le Creuset. Now, as for washing, you can use this in the dishwasher, but Le Creuset does warn that it can kind of dull the finish. As for me, I always just hand wash these, but if you're a big fan of the dishwasher, Le Creuset says that technically you can do it in the dishwasher. But I always advise just hand washing. They are pretty easy to clean. Now, if you've ever shopped for this stuff, you do know that Le Creuset Enameled cast iron is quite pricey. This is really nice stuff. It's premium cookware, and it has a price to match. So you might find this starting at about $100 and going way up from there. These often cost several $100s for a nice pot or pan from Le Creuset. And finally, know that this stuff is heavy. Again, this is enameled cast iron. This stuff, if you've got weak arms or something, this stuff weighs quite a bit. And then, of course, when you put food in it and you're trying to lift it, it is a really, really heavy vessel. Heavier than something like aluminum or stainless steel. Now let's talk about the Le Creuset Enameled Stoneware. And opposite of the enameled cast iron, this is not safe for range use. So no direct flame, no direct heat source, anything like that. If you intend to use this on a stovetop, well, don't. But it is great for the oven. So you can bake in it, you can roast vegetables. Anything in an oven is going to be great for this type of cookware. Another great thing about it is it's also safe for the microwave. So while this can't go in the microwave because, again, this has metal inside it, this stoneware can, as long as it does fit in your microwave. This is also freezer safe, so you can make something, you can put it in the freezer, and that's a really nice way of storing something. Although do beware, you don't want to bring this out directly from the freezer and put it into a hot oven. This can't take that thermal shock. So what you'd want to do is let it come up to temperature or start it in an oven that is off and then let it preheat with the oven. As for variety, there is quite a bit of a variety of the enameled stoneware, but I don't think it's anywhere near as much as the enameled cast ironware. So mostly you're going to see something like this where it's square. You might find some rectangulars, some ovals, and again, there's some really nice ramekins as well. Small pieces like this that are great for prep. Now, another difference of the enameled stoneware is that it's not made in France. This is made in Thailand. So if you want the French cookware, it's going to be this, whereas this is made in Thailand. And that's not to say anything about quality. I think this is great, but just know that the enameled stoneware is made in Thailand versus France like this. Now, one benefit of the stoneware is that while it's still quite pricey, it's nowhere near as pricey as the Le Creuset Enameled cast iron. I think this dish retailed for like $40 or $50, and then I got it for half off that at a Le Creuset factory outlet store. But generally, these stoneware pieces are far less expensive than the enameled cast iron. And finally, they're a little bit lighter than the cast iron. These are, pretty heavy in their own right, but I still think they're a little bit lighter than this enameled cast iron simply because, well, this is iron and this is stone. So those are the similarities and differences between Le Creuset Enameled cast iron and Le Creuset Enameled stoneware. Now, which is better for you? Well, in reality, probably both are going to have their use. They certainly do in my kitchen. But if all you do is cook on a range with a stove, well, this is going to be the one for you. But if all you need is some really nice ovenware, maybe you have another set of cookware that goes on the range, this stoneware is really, really good stuff. I hope this little tutorial helped, and I want to know, which do you prefer? What is your favorite type of cookware? As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Welcome to my kitchen. I am so glad that you are here. Until next time, I hope you want to cook.